All right, good morning, y'all. I have a new castnet that was sent to me. We're going to give it a shot. It's made by Goture. This is I got a 6 foot with 3/8 mesh. I compared this net to nets that I buy around here, like a Betts and a Rhino is the one I have now, and they're all really similar in price range. The rope lengths, you know, that's pretty standard, 30 feet, 20 to 30 feet. I think this one's 30. Just a good looking net, really. I even looked up where they were all made. They're all made in like China, Asia. I think some of the components that they use to make the nets and the bucket may come from Mexico, but they're just really similar nets. But anyway, I'm going to share an Amazon link to it if you want to try one out. Like I said, price range is about the same, so if you've been disappointed by another brand, you can give this one a try. And if you're like me, I order a lot of my tackle, like hooks, swivels, and weights, off of Amazon. And if you buy enough stuff, you fall into that free shipping category. And if you need a net, you might as well throw one of these in there and give it a shot. But anyway, I ain't trying to sell you on it. They wanted me to give one a try and give it an honest review. And just from the looks of it, it looks like a pretty solid net. But like y'all know, time will tell. See how it handles when I get it hung up on a stump, huh? But anyway, I'm going to get out here and try to catch some bait with it real quick. So let's get after them. All right, and again, you know, I'm not trying to push these things when I do reviews like this on anybody, but if they want to send me something for free that I think me and y'all might get some use out of or some benefit from, I'm going to go ahead and say, heck yeah, send it to me. And I'll be honest, there's fish up here taking off, y'all. But yeah, I mean, it's a good solid net. Looks like most of my nets last me from 3 to 5 years. It just depends on where how desperate I get for bait, and when I take them chances and throw my net somewhere I shouldn't, sometimes it costs me a net. But yeah, long rope. Let me get this unraveled, y'all. I wrapped it back up. I'd have already had it out looking at it once, so it's not as professionally done as it was. Well, that was terrible. I had that wrapped up into just a big old mess. But yeah, very long rope, y'all. Look at this thing. Super long rope. I ain't gonna be able to throw that thing that far. Look at that rope. But all right, yeah, I got the little wrist deal here. But, all right, I ain't going fishing this morning. I'm just catching bait. We got things to do. And I thought while Mom and them was still in bed, I would run out here and try to catch me some bait. Yeah, I've made better cast. That ain't the net's fault though. That's the operator. My other one's a 5 foot, so I may have to get used to this one. Let's see if we got anything. Nope. Oh yeah. Well, we got a crappie and a bluegill, I think. The two things that we can't keep in the net. Huh. All right, well, let me throw these back. All right, I've got some frozen bluegill that probably going to be using in the morning also. Oh, let's see. Another bluegill. Get in there. Let's see. Yeah, there's a shad. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Pitch him in there. All right, y'all. Well, the shad ain't cooperating with me, and I've got to go. We've got somewhere to be this morning, but I'll probably try to catch some more in the morning, and then I'll see y'all at the lake. So, all right, I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, good morning, y'all. It's a little cool this morning. I was just looking in my truck for hot hands. I put on a hoodie this morning thinking, yeah, that'll be good. But good time of year to throw an extra garment in your truck, because we're still kind of getting used to the weather's just now really changing. And it'll be nice one morning and a little cool the next. But it's about 53 degrees right now. It's not bad. It's gonna warm up to about 70, low 70s I think today. It's gonna be nice, but and I'll be fine. But yeah, it's a little cool this morning. But anyway, for bait, I got some bluegill here. They were frozen, but I'm gonna scale and fillet these out and use the fillets and maybe the heads for bait. And then I've got some shad. These, I'll probably just chunk these up, and I don't know, don't ask me why I do it different. I just feel like bluegill fillets work better than bluegill chopped up, you know. There's not as much blood and stuff. We'll look at it a little bit when I cut into these. There's not as much blood and stuff, it seems like, in a bluegill. I don't think they leak out as much scent, so maybe when you scale it and then fillet it, it puts out more scent. That's just a theory, but I always feel better when I fillet my bluegill, and sometimes I do my shad too, but it feels really necessary for me to do it with my bluegill. But anyway, let's get some of this bait cut up. I'll kind of try to show you what I'm talking about. All right, like this shad, you can fillet these out. You don't even really have to scale them. You can if you want, but their scales aren't very tough. But anyway, this shad, I could have made that bigger, but I'll make a couple baits out of it. You don't have to. You can just knock the little bit of the tail off sometimes. That's what I do, and just so it'll kind of leak into the water. And these bluegill, I've not saved any kind of, I've not done the science or the math or whatever, you know, but it's just, for me, I just feel like I catch more fish with bluegill when I fillet them out. You don't have to get all the scales off, but I think knocking some off helps you. It hooks. I mean, hooks on your, it's easier to hook. You don't have to worry about the scales. But that did not fillet off very pretty. But you can put this whole thing on right here, or what I usually do is, I don't usually sharpen my fillet knife, that's pretty obvious. Cut the rib cage out, and this will be my piece of bait. But yeah, I feel like I catch more fish on my bluegill when I fillet them out like this. 'Cause see, they just seem dry. They're not real bloody. But maybe doing it this way puts more scent into the water. I don't know. But anyway, y'all may have had a different experience. I'm just kind of sharing my feelings, y'all. But anyway, let's get some of this on the hook, and I'll shut up. This place, there's some 20-foot water nearby. It kind of varies a lot out here, but my bait will probably be sitting in like 5 to 6 foot, something like that, maybe a little deeper. There's some 20-foot water out there on the other side. There's some not far down here. You know, this lake is just flooded bottom land when they built this lake. 42,000 acres, 42 or 43,000 acres. Got a lot of pockets, a lot of old creek channels out in there. So that's why you have a lot of depth change in some areas. But anyway, let's go ahead to this bluegill. I'll show y'all how I like to do it. I usually hook it a couple times, and you knock them scales off. I didn't knock them all off, but it makes the hook go through there a lot easier. But yeah, and that's, you know, that don't really fill up your hook gap, plus it's really soft too. Let's turn on this old camera right here. Bloop bloop. All right, it's on. It's on. I'm gonna put 5 rods out. We're gonna put this one. Where are we gonna put you? Oh, right to the left of the bridge. That's our plan anyway. Choom. Yeah, that's probably 6 to maybe 8 feet, somewhere in that range. But, all right, let's go up there and get another one. Whoop, not that one. I gotta rig that one up. So we'll get this guy. We will put, well, all right, shad head on this one. And I don't really have no method of what bait's going on and what, so maybe y'all can keep up with it. Looked out there this morning. I doubt if y'all can see it with all these waves, but I saw a big old white thing out there, and I thought, oh, that's just a pelican. Nope, trot line right in front of a well-known bank fishing location. I don't know about it, y'all. It's way out there. I don't think none of us are going to cast out there and get hung up on it. Get on out there. All right, shad head. There we go. All right. I got one I got to rig up and all that. And I'm going to go do that and get the rest of this bait in the water, y'all. We'll see how we do. Well. I was just putting that rod out and I looked over, this one's slack as can be. I think there's a fish on it. I'm up there messing around, not paying no attention. Drinking coffee, daydreaming. We caught us a fish. Don't even have all the bait in the water yet. You don't feel like, hey, look at there, that one just got bumped. It's slack too now. What we got? That's the question. Little channel cat. They like bluegill fillets. I seem to catch a lot of them on bluegill. Tighten that on up. Well, all right. You know, I see them like that. It's almost like it's got a little blue tint to it, little channel cat, but you can tell by the anal fin here how it's rounded. The blue, it's more like a block, it's straight. And you can count these little ridges or whatever they call them. And but I don't know. I just usually look at, honestly, I usually just look at the color. You can usually tell. You see enough of them. That line's slack again, but that anal fin there's a sure sign. Let's throw him back and catch this other one. That might be a big boy got hooked. He's on there. Oh, he ain't no more. Dadgummit. I should have just tightened it up and watched it a little bit more, but I just caught a fish, so I guess I was feeling a little cocky. All right, let me get my bait situated, get all this bait back out there. All right. Ooh. Always open your bell first. Did y'all see that? I guess I've not had enough coffee yet. I went to cast, but before you cast, you need to do this. I just got a hit on this rod too. Maybe that's what distracted me, but all right. I'm gonna get this bait back in water and drink some more coffee. Well, hopefully by the time y'all see this video, I'm somewhat back on track. Now, like I had mentioned a few videos ago about slowing down because my wife's starting to work. You know, it still may not be 100% like I used to be once a week, but I feel like it's been a couple weeks between videos, and I'm going to be able to do better than that, I feel like. But on top of her working there for a couple of months, usually August, September, and then usually towards the end of October, first part of November, I start doing better fishing again. But there for about 3 months, it's terrible. So, and then plus when you have so many trips where you're not successful, it just kind of kills your motivation too. So, but hopefully things will get back to somewhat normal by the time y'all see this video. But anyway, man, I'm loving this weather. The water temp, I'm sure, is cool. It's probably cooled off quite a bit. Last couple of weeks we've had some cooler nights, and then yesterday we had a lot of rain. And then I was looking at the forecast, and it looks like those nighttime temps are really starting to drop. So, and that's my favorite times when it's cool. All right, let's catch another. This one here, he might have pulled around and hooked himself. He's getting with it. I'm up there trying to rig up my other rod. Well, when I reeled down on it, he thumped it. Let's just see what it feels like. Probably another small one. Got himself hooked. Yeah, we got him. He might be a little bit bigger than that other one. I wouldn't mind to keep a few today. There's some decent sized ones. 3 pounds or maybe bigger. Oh, they come off. Let's see that mess. Little guys. Yeah, all right then. I'm gonna get me another piece of bait. So it's just 10 pounds, so y'all probably can't tell a lot, but I lost 10 pounds. Been trying to watch my sugar and carbs. Nothing drastic, just trying to be a little more conscious about sugar and carbs. Told my wife I lost 10 pounds. She's like, well, that's good, but you know, why are you trying to lose the weight? You look okay. And I said, well, what do you do with the house before you put it on the market? And she's like, what? I said, you fixed it up. It took her a minute, but she didn't think that was a very funny joke. I thought it was hilarious. This one here is super slacked. Ain't nothing on it. There was something messing with it a while ago. So I guess I'll just put it back down here and leave it alone. But now this one is super slack. And there might be something on this one. Them little ones, they just hammering it. Well, not hammering it, messing with them. They just won't quit. These other two here aren't moving, and I'll probably check the bait on them because the way it's been, that may be the only reason they ain't moving, is because they ain't got no bait. And that other one I got up to the bank earlier and lost. It's about that size too. They're all about that size. Another little channel. We could keep those, but we'll catch a couple 3, 4, 5 pounders. I'd rather deal with them. I don't need fish this bad. Get back out there, buddy. All right, let me take a minute to show y'all these rod holders. These are takedown rod holders. The ones I'm using are the Cradle. I really like them because I use these 12-foot rods and they give me the angle that I like. I don't really like these longer rods to stick straight up, which now this one's a 10-foot and I've got it in that position where it's more straight up. But you know, that to me that's just a good all-around rod holder. But all their rod holders are great. But I'm going to put a link in the video description to takedown rod holders, and there'll be a promo code to save you some money also if you want to check those out. But also I'll have a link and a promo code for Meat Hunter rods. That's the rods that I use. Awesome rods. But all right, let's see if we can catch another fish. Well, I was checking baits because, well, these couple weren't moving. I got the one in that I just rigged up and got it out there, so I got 5 rods in. But anyway, that last one I checked, it didn't have bait. This one I picked it up and there's a fish on it. I don't know, these ain't very big, but they're big enough to clean. They're big enough to fillet. I'm afraid I might regret this. I got some crappie at home in the fridge though that I'm going to eat this evening, so that'll make me feel better. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with these. This is probably the biggest one, but even the others, they're big enough to fillet and eat. I'm just being kind of picky because I can be, because I got plenty of fish in the freezer. But yeah, I caught some crappie yesterday, and last night I cooked part of it and made some crappie tacos. And tonight I'm just going to fry it up and probably make me some coleslaw. It's going to be good. So that'll make me feel better about letting these go. So all right, I'm going to pitch him back. Got another one here trying to hook himself. He may have already, but I don't want to get impatient. Yeah, I think he might be on there, y'all. There's the last 10 minutes, there's been one playing with both of these right here. They just been doing this. Like that. I don't know. Now I don't know. Let me pick it up out of the rod holder and see. Yeah. He did it. He got that hook. Boy, he ain't very big, is he? Well, most of them ain't been. What we got? 4 or 5 now. Another little channel cat. Channel cat. That's where it's at today. I'm all right with this. Some days are just like this. And y'all know I don't care if y'all watch the channel. As long as I'm getting some sort of action, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather them be a little bigger, but I'm not disappointed if I catch a bunch of these every once in a while. But all right, get in there, buddy. Heck yeah, bluegill. Bluegills. You putting it to them. Look, that rod there bounced again. Ouch! I just hooked myself. I ain't paying attention. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go get a fresh piece of bait on this one. All right, y'all. I'm loaded up. We're gonna head down the road and try another spot. See if we can maybe find a bigger fish. We'll see. Let's get down there and give it a try. Got bait in at spot 2, y'all. I'm liking this spot better already. I'm kind of found a windbreak here. That wind was what was getting me over there. It was cool, but sun's starting to come out. It's gonna be a real pretty day, but I plan on being home by noon or 1 o'clock today. It's Sunday, so we probably got an hour and a half to sit here and see what we can find here. So let's see what we get into. Got him. Oh, that was a good takedown. That's what we was waiting on. And it's a better fish than what we've caught this morning. Yeah. Make sure this camera's on. Don't want any malfunctions. I don't know if he's a monster or anything. He just felt heavier than what we've got. No, I don't think he's a giant or nothing. But he might go home and get eaten. Yeah. He's probably somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds. Probably closer to 8. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of them spots where you need a net. He looks hooked good though, so I'm just gonna grab him by that leader. Ugh, got him. Oh shoot, yeah. All right, y'all, here he is. Not a bad fish, probably about 10 pounds maybe, but all right. Oh, we'll go ahead and let him go. I don't want to mess with cleaning no fish today. I woke up about 3:30 the last 2 mornings and needed a nap, and I feel a nap coming on in my future, so I'm just gonna go let this guy go. Yeah, not a bad fish. Okay, let's go let him loose. Yeah, I woke up last 2 mornings about 3:30 and could not go back to sleep. But here we go. Let's just drop him in there. It's deep right there. But now tomorrow morning when my alarm goes off for work at 5 o'clock, I'll be sound asleep and won't want to get out of bed. All right, let's get some bait back on this and get it back out there. All right, y'all, I'm packed up. I'm gonna get out of here. I had fun this morning. It was a nice morning too. It's still nice out here. But well, we ended up finding one decent fish. But all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get home and take me a nap. But all right, hope y'all enjoy the video. If so, hit that thumbs up button for me. Y'all wanna see more, hit subscribe. Thank y'all.